Hi, my name is Macy. I'm here with Ink Intuition, and we're bringing ink therapy to a whole nother level. How are we doing that? We're doing that by allowing our clients to have a safe space while I tattoo them. They can talk about any subject that they need to, from motivation, the grind, the hustle, to self help, even the negative sides of life, such as depression, grief, even anxiety. Anything that they need to bring to the table, I'm listening and I'm discussing with them, and we're doing it while I'm tattooing them. We're going to go ahead and give a big shout out to my first client to ever come in and do the show with me. It's going to be my girl, Cassie. Thank you, Cassie, for coming in. She is a client of mine before this show started. So this will be her second time getting tattooed by me. And I want to thank her in advance for being open enough to try this and be on camera with it. We appreciate you very much, Cassie. We're going to go ahead and start her interview now. Thank you for watching. Before we start her interview, I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe to our page so we can grow as a channel and so we can reach more people and help more people open up about the things that they grow through. Thank you. All right, I'm here with my girl Cassie. Go ahead and tell us who you are.
Again, I'm Cassie. I'm 42 years old, and today I'm here to get a tattoo of a place that I love, the state of Texas. I was actually born in Australia, so I've got maybe 5 or 6 tattoos from the homeland, but I have nothing from Texas. So, little tattoo therapy, get something on my body that means a lot to me, and there's a reason I'm here a second time. Macy does it. She kills it on these fine lines, uh, and I'm excited.
For sure. So you said this is your second time here?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go ahead and show that first tattoo you got, okay?
Yeah. So again, Australia. This says yeah, nah, because that's how they say no in Australia. I've got something called a quokka. That's Australian. I've got a jar of Vegemite. That's Australian. I got a lot of things on me, so it's about time I get the state of Texas.
For sure. And what is your favorite tattoo?
Absolutely. So it's the one on the back of my leg. There's hot stuff, the little devil, and there's a crying angel. This tattoo has my parents' ashes in it. Um, this is to represent my father because he had this tattoo, and this is a crying angel for my mom. That's
Okay.
definitely my favorite.
Definitely understandable why it's your favorite. Now go ahead and show us what's your least favorite tattoo.
All right, like we say, you don't get names, so I didn't get a name, but I got an image. So this one here is my least favorite, and it's supposed to represent who is now my ex-wife. So at least it's not a name. I could say it's something else, but it's my least favorite.
Okay, that makes total sense. All right, what's your pain tolerance on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh man, I can take some pain. I can take some pain. Most of us who get tattoos know it's not often the physical pain. It goes into it's a mental thing. So I have a pretty high pain tolerance, I'd say.
So you're peaking at like a 10?
You pretty
Well,
much.
yeah, a 10.
Like that knee ditch is probably about a 10, and I could hang. Just keep going.
For sure. And what tattoo hurt you the most?
Oh man. So again, back to my favorite tattoo. There's a small piece that goes into my knee ditch, and if you've never had a tattoo there, I wouldn't suggest it because even these small little pieces were brutal. So that knee ditch, most painful.
Got you. All right, and what made you say yes to being on the show?
I think that we should all support each other, and we should all explain our stories, why we exist, what we want to do in life. And so this is a way that I could express to people why these tattoos matter, why I want to be here with Macy getting more.
For sure. All right, so how long you been in Texas?
So showing my age now, I've been in Texas for 40 years. I was born. In Australia, and I was 2 when we came to the States, and my dad was from Dallas, so that's where we first went.
So why did it take you so long to get a Texas tattoo, man?
I don't know. 100% don't know. It's because I miss Australia. I know that's like my homeland, and I don't know. I've wanted to get one, but then something I want more always pops up. You know what I mean?
For sure, something more Australia.
Yeah.
Australia themed.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'll go back there, and I'll probably move back one day.
Do
You
you
know?
visit?
Yeah, it's been like 6 years. Because it's a hard flight.
How long is it?
So if you can't get a direct flight, but if you could, it's about 17 or 18 hours.
So it's like layovers and shit.
No, no. When I last went, it took 27 hours because of layovers.
Damn.
So straight from, let's
hours.
say, like Houston to where I'm from, and it'd be, yeah, about 16, 17 hours straight.
if you could do it straight.
Yeah, and I did it with my ex, and we stayed in Singapore for a little while, a little bit of
Sounds nice.
England. We did some cool stuff, but it was
How was
all to get to
Singapore?
Australia. Singapore is incredible. Just the airport alone, you could live in that place. They have like the koi fish. They have a butterfly garden. It was
Nice. And the
crazy.
airport is crazy.
The airport, it was
Putting on a
crazy.
show for them
It was.
travelers.
It should be. It was the craziest airport I've seen in my life.
So you said you'd move back.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I don't know why it took me so long to get a Texas tattoo. I guess I don't know, man. I don't know. I am a Texan. You know, I am a
Low-key,
Texan.
like,
Yeah,
that's who you are.
my dad was American and my mom was Australian. So, you know,
You just rock with that Australian side, man. You
yeah,
rock with your roots.
yeah. It means a lot to me. Um, part of the reason is because my mom and I had a contentious, difficult relationship.
Yeah.
Um, but I have so much family there because they're Italian and Catholic, and they're all there, and I have no more family left here. I just feel like being there, I'd feel more complete because my brother lives there now.
So did your brother move from Texas
Yeah,
back there?
he moved about maybe 14, 15 years ago.
He's been gone for a minute.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, no, when we talk, yeah, he has two little boys I haven't even met.
Damn.
And this is a silly story. So my brother wanted to name his son a name that sounded the same when it's said by an Aussie or an American. All right, you and I know like water. That's how an Aussie says it, right?
Yeah.
My brother goes off and picks the name Mars. Well, do you know how an Aussie says Mars?
How's that sound?
Mars.
Like maize almost.
Mars.
Yeah.
Because they don't say that hard R. So I'm like, Josh, you dumbass. You named the kid something with a hard R, so you call him Mars, and everybody else calls him Mars.
No one else understands
Nobody else.
it.
Yeah. And then his second baby, he named Rome. I'm like, so one gets a planet and one gets a city? Rome?
So what they call him Om? Or?
They call him Baby Rome right now.
Okay, so they pronounce the R when it's at the front, but not in it. Okay.
If it's at the front, absolutely.
I was going to say, they calling him Om.
Yeah, but I can't believe that. Maz. Like you little. Well, why does one kid get a planet and the other gets a city?
You know, those would be fire names in the USA though. Yeah, stupid cool names.
Yeah. He had a couple, they had some good ones. His wife is she's really unique, covered in tattoos like him. My brother was a chef for a long time, and you can't cook in a kitchen if you're not sleeved up. You know.
Really?
Fuck. Then you're nobody. People look at the cooks, and if you don't have a tattoo, you're not making good. You're not making good food.
For sure.
You're just not making good food.
I like how that correlates.
It's true. It's something about. I think it's endurance and pain in the weirdest way.
Look art.
Yeah, it is.
Art.
Yeah, and pushing yourself because these people stand 12 hours a day,
pleasing other people. It's service.
That's right. Service. That's right. And I think that's obviously one of the more difficult things to do because the reward you get is happiness, not money.
The reward you get is somebody enjoying your food.
Yep. Yeah, he's
a cool piece of art though, like a cool form of art.
And then he started teaching them what real barbecue was because they have barbecue. There? Yeah, but like if you get like a chopped beef sandwich or whatever, like they put cheese on this shit.
Oh.
And my brother's like, you can't do that. That's not meant. It's not meant that way.
And he came in from Texas.
Yeah,
and he turning them up out there.
Oh yeah. And what's stupid is we don't sound real Southern, but they all call him Tex.
He probably sounds Southern though.
Oh yeah,
in comparison, yeah.
For them for sure. And people don't go to the west coast of Australia. They go to Sydney or Melbourne or Adelaide, and that's on the east coast. So people don't. So they really, a lot of people have never met an American.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah. And you know what you don't see over there? Mexicans. What? I'm just gonna say it.
Nah, I bet you don't see Mexicans over there.
You don't see a lot of Mexicans.
See a lot of them here.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Makes sense.
Shout out to them in Texas, man.
Hell yeah.
Keep the world running.
Yeah.
I will say, I feel like you don't see a lot of races in like random places in general. Like I don't think you see a lot of black people out there in Japan. Like when you go out there, people of my color are stared at because it's a rarity.
Yeah, absolutely. They've never seen somebody. That happens with there was a woman, she was doing like missionary work. Yeah. And she went to a town and the little kids all ran from her and they were crying because they didn't know why she was white.
Who are you?
Yeah, they'd never seen white people at all.
Damn.
So
they really thought scared. She was a ghost.
They were scared of her. But think about how crazy that is that you and I use Wi-Fi and all this fancy technology, and there are still people
who've never seen.
Never even seen a white person.
We've never seen a different race.
No,
Then we're low key ahead.
Yeah.
As
Yep.
as a species.
And so there's something that's called the rate of accelerated return. What that means is when we learn more, we start to learn faster.
Yeah.
So
well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we might think we're going to know something in 5 years, but how quickly we learn, we might figure it out in a year.
Yeah, so if we really try.
Yep, and it's just when you're smart, it's easier to be smarter, if that makes sense. It's easy to learn stuff. So, and what are they calling it? The great, what is it? Transfer of wealth. So when all the boomers die,
yeah,
so much money is going to go to
their
kids.
Market. It's going to be in the market.
So what's the world going to look like? When a lot of the baby boomers die and they give the money to their kids, it's going to be interesting. And it's the biggest
hella technology.
And it's the biggest generational wealth exchange ever. Because we have more rich people now than we ever have before. So yeah, it's kind of wild.
It'd be cool. Hopefully, I get a little bit of money. I don't know.
I'm proud of where I got, because I was on probation for fucking like 5 years, and so I worked at Subway and like A&W and
you were on jobs that you could get.
And then it was 10 years. And 10 years? I was on for 5, but it takes 10 years to kind of drop off.
Really?
When you do a background check. So after
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I had shitty jobs for like 10 years, from like 17, 18 all the way to 28, and then after that I started making 6 figures.
Started making 6 figures after Subway?
Couple years after.
Yeah. People ain't out here doing that. Mm-mm. People get stuck.
I've been hard luck, mostly hard work.
Hard work pays the bills though, man.
Shit. And I'm supporting this 3-bedroom house by myself, but I can afford it. I'm glad that I can, because I don't want to break a lease, but
no, it's good to have good problems. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Yep. Good and problems. You can't complain them. You can't complain about good problems, because you could be on the other side. Damn, I can't fucking pay these bills, man.
And that's not. I was very fortunate to save money and to So I was unemployed for like 2.5 months, and I was fine. I just need to get back to work. I was fine. I got bored though.
Yeah, not having something to do.
You get bored.
So you just got a new job, right?
Yeah. So it'll take a little while to start. A couple weeks.
I hope that'll give you a little bit more social interaction. And
when I got the offer and I saw it and I signed it, I immediately felt motivation again.
Yeah.
I've just been like going through a divorce, like this and this and this and this, and I was starting to feel stagnant and like kind of going in on myself a little, like
kind of beating yourself up
a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
you're going through tough times.
Yep. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do?
This is what makes character though.
Yep. And then lo and behold, having that job come through, I immediately felt like, okay,
I'm back at it.
I'm back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
money is definitely a motivator.
It is for sure. I don't know why I feel competition. So this is weird.
You're an Aries, man. That's why you feel competition.
I feel competition with my own mother.
Hey, I feel competition with anybody in the room if I need to.
Yep.
If it pushes me further, we're competing.
Well, what do they say? Find the best person in the room and be better than them.
Exactly.
So I try to do that.
Exactly. And that gets you farther. And it's not even like in comparison to them. It's really a comparison to yourself.
That's right.
If I'm comparing myself to you, I could totally beat that. But how hard do I have to push myself to get better than you?
That's it.
It's not a comparison in person to person, but it's definitely internal. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing for sure.
Hell yeah.
That's a real thing.
What do I got to do? I get that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why, I didn't know what GL stood for, or P&L, or forecasting, or up. I didn't know any of that shit. I was just a drug addict with a TDC number. Now I know. I've traveled around the country, going to yards, learning all kind of shit.
Changed your life.
Yeah, I went to Washington, Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, Oklahoma.
I didn't ask, but what were you on probation for?
So I was with my girlfriend at the time, and normally when you're a drug addict like I was, a heroin addict, you normally have a kit, and I had a sunglass case that had like a couple needles, a little bit of drugs.
Like a stash.
Yeah, that I had with me, and I never brought it with me. Well, my girl was driving it and made an illegal left-hand turn, and the cops were like just signaling people to pull over. She evaded.
Damn, she ran.
Yeah, and I'm in the car.
With the drug kit.
With the drug kit. Damn. And she evaded. in such a way that there was nowhere she could go, and they're pointing guns at us, yelling to get out of the car because she did that. So I ate the heroin that I had.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Did you get high off that shit?
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
Well, at that time, I was doing about a gram a day, and so was she, and that's like $80. So our drug
$80 a day
no, 160 a day
for two
for two
people.
people. Yep.
Damn, y'all have to be
We
making
had to
money.
bank.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
had
we
to
were
make it.
servers a lot of the time. Like I worked at, like Star Pizza, or I worked at Freebirds, or
You're just
but
hustling to pay the
yeah,
habit
yeah,
off.
yeah. And especially as a server, if you're like killing them with the kindness, and then the kitchen likes you, you can get free shit all the time. Give
You're
it to
eating
customers, and I get it for the customers.
got
Like,
you.
oh, it's so and so's, whatever anniversary. They don't Restaurants don't give a shit. I get something from the kitchen, so you get a bigger tip.
For sure.
But I would make up my drug, my shot, and I'd walk to a Freebirds, and then I go in the bathroom and do the drug so that I could function. I was that.
So you can go to work.
So I could function.
So okay, so you were how they say
The function,
active,
yeah,
functioning drug
barely
addict.
functioning. Like if our lights were turned off, we didn't care because you could still cook a shot with a candle. It didn't matter. That's why I was so skinny. I didn't buy food. Why? I wanted drugs. Yeah, it was a lot of dumb shit.
So they kind of just like made her stop and then search the car type shit.
Yep, and man, there's a bunch of day laborers like standing there. They're going through her car, throwing all this shit on top of her car. I used to roll our own cigarettes because it was cheaper when I was a cigarette smoker.
Yeah.
And they were pulling them all out and like, oh, what is this? What is this?
Trying to get you.
Trying to catch us for more. Worst part though is when we got arrested, they take you to what they call the Sally Port, right? Which is where you can't get out. They like drive like a big garage.
Yeah.
And fucking cop pulls me out of the car and he's like, all right, so where'd you get it from? I'm like, what? Where'd I get what from?
You want me to snitch on my dealer?
Yeah, and they didn't find any heroin because I ate it. They just found my needles and shit.
So they put you over for contraband, essentially.
The illegal left-hand turn, and they found the contraband because I ate the drugs. And so he has his clipboard out, and he's like, all right, where'd you get it from? And I was like, get what? He said, you know what you had? I said, do you know what I had? I didn't have anything. So I didn't say shit. Julie, my girlfriend, she got out and fucking ran her mouth. He asked her.
So why you do crimes alone, bro?
Listen, she got so stupid. She was like, yeah, I ran because I knew he had drugs in the car. I'm like, you don't now we get the same
just
charges.
admit it.
Yeah, we get like this, and you have evading. Like, you dumb motherfucker.
Everyone could have left with their own charge.
And there was this black chick in the car. She in the back of the car, and she was raging.
Like just laughing at y'all?
No, like mad as fuck. And I kind of had to be like, yo, this is a small space back here. Can you like?
Oh, like a random chick.
Yeah, that got arrested. They were just pulling people over, running warrants, whatever.
I wonder what she got pulled over for. So it's like a traffic stop, essentially.
It's a spot. It's off of 59. I don't know if it's that way anymore, but it was a setup about those left-hand turns. You'd think that 2 lanes did a left-hand turn, but it was 1. But it was stupid. It was just really dumb that she did that.
They wait there.
Huh?
They wait there.
They actually stood in the road, which is the feeder, and just pointed at cars and pointed at the gas station. All the people that were making illegal left-hand turns. And then I couldn't believe she tried to run.
You could have got away with just a ticket, yeah.
Yeah, probably. They wouldn't have searched the car.
So how long did that put you on probation?
So it put me on probation. No, it was 10 years. But then I relapsed and I went to a TDC facility. So I was locked up for like just over a year and a half.
So that's what put you on probation for the 10 years.
Yeah, and I actually wrote to my judge and I thanked her because it did save my life. I wanted to get clean. I just didn't know how to. And the arrest is what did it. So she got rid of my what's the word community service. I had 200 hours to do, and she just got rid of them.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because I told her she saved my life, and it was true. Yeah, that was.
She made a change.
I was.
She helped.
She saw, like,
she saw you in active addiction.
Yeah, and you could tell I didn't want to be on drugs. I didn't want to do it anymore. And
it was on you.
Yeah, I couldn't stop. You get sick, and when I detoxed.
Yeah, did you detox in jail?
So a little bit, but the real detox. So there was a hospital in 3rd Ward that used to be a segregated hospital. That's what it was years ago.
It's crazy.
So now they've like pieced that out a little bit, and they have one section that's for people to detox, and it's free. They only take people on a Monday. It was like Tuesday, and I had no drugs. And this is crazy.
Sick.
My dad took me to buy a gram because he knew
Damn.
I was gonna be sick. And at that time, I was doing a gram a day. If I got a
You
gram,
need necessarily you needed it,
I
or
couldn't
you were
function.
gonna yeah.
And so when I went to that facility on a Monday, in 2 days, I called my dad. I'm like, they're not giving me enough drugs. And the nurse took the phone and listed all the drugs that they're giving me and gave the phone back to me. My dad's like, you're fine. That's the most you're going to get.
It's just not getting you high.
Yep. And I, for a long time, when they would try to draw blood for me, I felt like I was supposed to get high after. I'm used to putting stuff in, not taking stuff out, but I was at that facility. It was supposed to be a week, but after 2 days, I wanted to leave. So the next like 6 days, I kicked heroin on the floor in the living room of my parents' house.
Damn.
Just my dad watched me the whole time, and they call it kicking dope because you kick, you literally kick. So I was kicking. It was the worst, but my dad was there. Yeah.
So how long did it actually take you to quit doing heroin? Like realistically, because you're saying you're detoxing, but you're looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
So no, not that time. So actually, when I did detox, I was good. It was about a year and a half that I relapsed, but then I never did it again. So it's been damn near 20 years. So I actually did kind of kick it, but I saw the girl that I used to be with, and she was still doing dope, and I was like, well, I want a shot, and it had been like a year and a half. But after that one shot, I was gonna die. I thought like I was gonna overdose. So I'm like, I tell myself now, if I touch that shit, I will die.
Yeah.
I will, because if you knew how little heroin you put in a, it's like the water's like slightly tinted when you like first doing heroin.
And then it was like dark
It
yellow
looked
and
like
brown and
brown,
shit.
yeah. Then by the time at the end there, I was doing like 50 cc's, and the whole thing was like brown as fuck.
Damn.
Just giant, yeah. And we used to
It
shoot
was
up
thick.
cocaine. We'd shoot up anything.
Well, let
We
me
would
ask
take
you. Go ahead.
we would take crack, turn it into coke.
Break
Then
it
we
down.
yeah break it down. Then we do a speedball. So we'd shoot up the heroin and
And
the
it's
coke
heroin and coke at the same
at the
time.
same time. Yeah.
Not to be that guy, but how'd that feel?
So it's the weirdest thing in the world. Heroin addicts, basically, they're like this, just like you're dead.
Yeah.
But it's because you don't have any worries in the world. So it heroin's amazing. I'd be lying if I didn't say it was, but I had a bunch of burn marks on my chest because I'd fall asleep with a cigarette in my mouth and tap my chest and burn my chest. But yeah, you don't really feel like the upper because the heroin's so strong that the coke barely did anything.
So you were just wasting drugs at that point.
Pretty much. And with cocaine, the way it is, you could slam it like immediately. So like, let's say I did a shot and Julie, the girl at the time, was making one. When she would be done, and we could blow through for 7 gram, 2 8 balls in an hour and a half or two.
Damn.
Slamming it. Yeah, going and going and going and going.
No judgment, of course.
Yeah, no. If you did judge me, you're the asshole, not me.
For sure. No, I'm definitely not judging, but
it's my story,
I have a question. Again, not to be that
Ask
guy.
anything. Ask any. Look, do I seem like I'm shy? Ask anything you want.
I hear that heroin feels like a warm blanket. Like that's the easiest description. And is that because it, like you said, takes all the worries away? Like you get to turn off essentially, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like a large weighted blanket on you.
Yeah. So and part of it is because opiates make you hot. This is true. So I always wore like tank tops and like underwear basically. I was always hot, and opiates make you itch. Okay. So I'd be nodding out basically in like a tank top and panties and like scratching all over myself because it just makes you itch. But it is like that once you get like past that. Fiend. Yep.
Like when they when they show you them in movies, they're scratching and itching. And
that's real.
Moving and like their legs are like
stop.
twitching. Yeah.
That's damn. That is how it is. And sometimes, even though it's been so long, I'll smell heroin.
You can smell it on someone?
No, just randomly, right? Like it might not be on someone. It's just that smell hits me.
You know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I wouldn't be able to tell, but
and I know what crack smells like when you cook. All those things. So, yeah, if I smelled it, I would immediately get sick. Immediately throw up.
That's good that your body's repulsed by it. First and foremost.
Yeah.
I think today is not a day to do heroin. For sure. Of course, back in the day was not a day to do heroin, but I think it's even more dangerous
way
now.
Worse. Well, people pop open their fentanyl patches, they do anything. And
it could just be tripping, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me. Like, How is fentanyl so much cheaper than heroin that they cut the heroin with fentanyl? Like, how much can it be that much of a difference in price? Because I wouldn't add a drug to another drug. You would just step on it. You just mix it with shit. Why would you?
Personally,
Why put fentanyl?
sorry for
It's okay.
interrupting,
No.
but personally, I don't think it's about price anymore. I think it's about getting you hooked faster,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or killing your competition, literally.
But I would say we as an addict, but we die, so it's not like a long life customer. They die.
Yeah.
And back when I was doing drugs, you know how hard it was to get needles. Fuck,
You
you
can
could.
buy needles online now.
Yep, you couldn't. We'd have to pretend like we moved to the city and our prescription wasn't transferred to Walgreens yet, so we needed one. We needed the 10 cc, or 10. Julie used to do it. She even knew to say what kind of like,
Specific
yeah, what
needle.
medication she took. I think it was Humalog, and that's how she could get needles.
Because they believed her.
Yeah, they believed her. It was a 10 pack, and then I used to get high with these three guys, and somehow or another they got their hands on a box of 100 needles,
Damn.
and they were all individually wrapped, so it might have been like from a doctor's office. I'm not lying, Macy. Me and my friend Christy walking in this apartment where we hang out with them. I am not lying. They had the word heroin spelled out on the wall with needles
That's
because we'd all
crazy.
never had that many needles. They had like a Route 44 cup with like a
They were
bunch of needles in
excited.
it. Yes, I could not believe, and this it's true, to walk in and see heroin on the wall made out of needles.
You're low key
Shit
in
was
the
wild.
trenches.
Yeah, this
You're
shit was
low key
wild.
down bad
All the
right
people that
now.
have the spider webs right here cover up their track marks. Oh yeah, it was bad. I pawned a monitor,
Mhm.
and then we decided we wanted to pawn the computer, but the pawn shop wouldn't take the computer without a monitor.
We just gave it to y'all.
Yeah, so we didn't have the money to buy the monitor, and so Julie was a server at the time. I went and had to take all the money out of her pocket to go up there to buy the monitor, to then turn around and sell the computer and the monitor, run and give her the money back she needed, and then take money and go meet my drug dealer. And
That sounds like a whole lot of ripping and running.
it
I'm not
was,
gonna
it was,
lie.
and it took me 3 years to get to that dealer, but
What do you mean 3 years?
because he was the one, he was the man.
He was the plug.
That's it. And I'm talking the guy who paid the mules to come across the border.
Yeah, he was the
The one
plug, the
whose
real
number
one.
changed every 2 weeks, cars changed. It took me three
If you
years.
knew him, you knew him. If you don't, you
Uh-huh.
gotta find someone who do.
Yep. And for 3 years, we had to have other people like connect with him for us. And then finally we met him. And yeah. And I watched Maria Full of Grace.
Mhm.
I'll tell you about, when I was getting clean, and it was about a drug mule. It was about a woman in, Mexico who swallowed a bunch of heroin to make money and come.
That's dangerous, ain't
Well,
it?
here's what happens. They take them to a hotel and they will cut them open and get the drugs out and let them die. So I started thinking, how many people died for me to get high? If it was just one, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So what
They
if a
should have just let
woman?
him shit it out.
No, they cut them open. Especially if one ruptures, they're gonna die anyways. They cut these women open in a bathtub in a hotel, and they pull all those drugs out, and then
Yeah.
sell them to people like
Leave
me.
them. Then leave
Yeah.
them there.
Yep. And so think, what if one person died for me to get high?
So it's kind of giving blood diamonds.
Yeah, it is.
But it's blood
Yeah,
drugs.
drugs. And the saddest thing
Goddamn.
is, like when you watch, the border, like the people getting caught trafficking drugs, it's because they're desperate and they need money.
Yeah.
That is most of.
They're
And it's
putting a
sad.
rock in a hard place.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't swallow heroin if you didn't need to.
Yeah. No shit. No shit. Especially they look like the pellets. They put them in balloons.
Yeah.
I maybe 2 or 3 times I was able to buy an ounce of heroin. We
An
normally
ounce
got.
is crazy. That's a lot.
Oh, it was a lot. And the way they would put it when it was still soft, because it was black tar, they'd put it in the, like, shopping bags,
Mhm.
like a grocery bag. They'd put it in the corner of the bag. So when you take it, I swear to God, it looked like a black diamond to me because it was pointed, because it was and I'm like, oh, this is like the prettiest diamond I've ever seen.
I made it to the top, y'all.
That's it. And then we'd like piece it out and hide it around our apartment so we'd have some, and then we'd forget where it was. That was dumb.
Then we forget where it was. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, didn't we put a gram over here? Didn't we? The worst part is my dad was in Vietnam and he started shooting meth.
Yeah.
And he and I were talking when I was younger, and he was the one that taught me how to sharpen a needle, and he didn't know it. Sometimes when you buy needles, there's a barb, so when you
Yeah.
stick it in and you pull it out, it'll like pull your skin a little. And my dad told me when he couldn't get needles, he used a matchbox. So basically, which is like sandpaper.
Yeah.
So he would use that, rub his needle across it, and get sharp again. He had no idea. He taught me that I ended up using later in life.
So, do you think that your drug addiction was hereditary or
Yeah.
genetics?
Absolutely,
For sure.
absolutely.
So, was your mom involved in
No,
drugs?
she wasn't about that at all.
For sure.
Yeah, it's weird that my mom and my dad got together because my dad was the wild one. Like we used to always joke that it was weird that I was the one that went to jail and not him because he used to break into like city facilities and they'd steal the barrels of what's called toiline, and they would huff it. So my dad
He
was
was
like,
wildin'.
yeah, I was breaking into like facilities ran by the city of Dallas to steal big drums to get high.
That man was hitting that Breaking Bad.
No shit. And how did he never get arrested? But I did. He ran from cops. He'd break into schools. He did a bunch of dumb shit. He jumped ship. So
Like from the army?
yeah, he was in the Navy. When his ship left Australia, he stayed and with my mother. They knew each other for 3 months and they got married. And so he was court-martialed and arrested and sent to the brig in Comanche, Texas, which is still a racist fucking place. And my mom flew on a Navy plane. It took like a week to get to the States, and that's why my brother was born in Texas. Then my dad and her, once my dad got out, he had other shit he had to do, but they ran. They basically ran from the Navy and they went back to Australia, and that's when they had me. So yeah, their story was
And then
crazy.
they moved back here.
Then they moved back here,
Okay.
and then we stayed. And my mom, there were 10 kids. My mom's like one of 10. She's the only one that left the States. Everybody else stayed in Australia somewhere. So most of them hated my dad because they took their sister. He was this brash American that came around, thought he was so cool, but he was.
But he was,
My
hell
dad was
yeah.
cool. My dad was so cool. Yeah, he was a fun dude to be around. I always say, when people die, you either miss what you had or you miss what you could have had.
You missed what you had.
Yeah, so my dad, I miss what we had. With my mom, I miss what we could have had.
For sure.
And the other thing I say now that so many people have died, the most expensive thing on this earth is love. Because the pain that comes with loving people is it's the costliest thing. It's more, you know what I mean? It's more expensive than a house. That we're talking real cost.
Yeah.
So
we're talking sacrifice.
Yep. So I always tell people I don't have much heart left because so many people died. And I have this joke now that I'm 42. I always say if I get a new friend, I gotta lose a friend because I ain't got the space. You know, like I just don't have enough in me.
And that's valid.
Yeah, when you're fighting, you know, and when people know that you're strong, or they come to you, and it gets tiring. I think one of the
Put their weight on your shoulders.
yeah, that was hard because when my parents died, everybody wanted to tell me how much they loved my parents, and I had to listen
because I'm the one. That's my parents.
And I had to listen because they deserve the right to tell me how much they love my parents. You know,
you also deserve to hear their legacy. But damn, let me grieve.
Let me grieve. But I was the strong one when my mom died. I was the strong one when my dad died.
How far apart did they die?
A year and a week.
Damn. So your dad died second?
Yep.
He loved your mom. You know how people die from like heartache?
He got cancer, but he loved my mom. He told us, he said, I'm not fighting this cancer. I'm not fighting it. And my mom's story sucks. She had diverticulitis.
What's that?
It's basically in your colon. You get little like pockets, and what that means is sometimes like seeds can get caught in those pockets, and you'll get infections. So that kept happening to her. So
she kept getting infections.
Yeah, so they went in to remove part of her colon. Well, when they put it back together, they left a tiny little pinhole, and she died from that. So we didn't.
She died from the surgery.
Yeah, they made a mistake. She went into. So basically, the hole is in her colon, so all of her bodily waste was going into her stomach.
God damn.
And that she died from sepsis, and that was gruesome.
They killed her.
Yeah, that was gruesome. I had to take all my dad's guns because we thought he was going to go kill the doctor, kill himself. Yeah, they made a mistake. It's weird that doctors are human too, right?
Yeah, but you still.
I met the surgeon, and he didn't want that to happen. But what's weird is I think about his mistake every day, and he doesn't. You know what I
It's
mean?
just another day for him.
That's right. Like, it's sad, but I think about his mistake a lot. I used to always say the doctor that killed my mom, but I had to stop because it was such a negative way of looking at it.
Living,
Yeah,
yeah, living.
yeah. I can't just like, oh, this guy killed my mom because he was a nice guy. It was an accident. It's
It
fucked
was,
up
it was,
when someone
it
makes a
was human
mistake.
error.
Yeah,
Human error. You're trusting human. They're not God.
they're not. They're not. And yeah, that
So it's
was
hard for you.
devastating. And the worst part was she was in she was in ICU, and she had fallen into a coma. And they kept telling us, me and my dad, to try to wake her up, talk to her. Well, I know there's two, if somebody's in a coma, there's two things you can do to see if their brain is still active. One of them is you use your knuckles and you press really hard on their sternum. So even if they're in a coma, their body will move, something will happen. And the other one is your nail beds. So on your toes, they get a pen and push the nail beds.
Ouchie.
And exactly. And if you're in a coma, your body will still respond. That was not happening with my mom. She was on dialysis, and the bag was black.
She was dying.
She was already dead. When they were asking us to wake her up, she was already dead. And the reason I know that is because she had, when you lay for a long time and you're dead, everything starts to pool under here, and every part that they put a needle in her was weeping saline. It was just weeping. So that all the holes in her, and she had blisters, and it was gruesome to see. It was gruesome.
They
And
were
then
low-key just fucking playing at that point.
it was
They knew.
it was gruesome. I mean, when they
They were
intubated
just keeping
her,
her alive on the
yeah. When they intubated
machines.
her, they broke some of her teeth, and then
Damn.
when they keep that tube in you, and you're in ICU, they put these sticky pads on your cheeks to hold it in because you're in a coma. Well, when they removed all of that, it looked like she had rosy cheeks because it had pulled the blood to the surface, those patches. And that was hard to see too.
Because it looked like she's back.
Yes, it, yeah. And her eyes would move, and my dad would be like, "Look, she's there." No, no, it was involuntary. She was gone. So he actually had to grab a nurse, and he said, "If you remove that machine that's pumping her heart, will her heart pump?" And the nurse said no. And
And
he
she was
said,
dead.
"Yeah." And he said, "If you remove that machine that's breathing for her, will she breathe on her own?" And the nurse said no. So that's when I told my dad. I was like, "Dad,
It's time.
she's gone.
It's time.
She's gone." And it was these girls in their 20s, maybe 4 or 5 of them. We left the room, and they floated in. I call them death angels, not to be rude, but because they knew what they were like, the hard thing. So they come into the room. My dad and I are outside.
They give support.
And they pull the curtain around so we can't see what they're doing, and that's when they remove everything from her body. And I could feel she was gone already. I could already
Your
feel
dad
it.
holding on that hope, man.
Oh
It was
God.
the machines giving hope, realistically.
And watching him kiss her dead body, like he couldn't leave her. He kept rubbing her face and touching her and kissing her. I was like, Dad, she's not there. We have to go. And yeah, it was really hard.
I understand.
And then yeah, he got cancer about a year or so later and died within 3 weeks of being diagnosed.
Damn, how bad was it? Like stage 4 instantly?
Yeah.
Like by the time they
So
found it.
here's what's crazy. So he had, this is fucked up. He had hepatitis A, B, and C from some of the shit he'd done.
Yeah.
And so his liver was super fucked. So he was going to the VA, and they had a drug at the time that they could get rid of, like I think it was hepatitis A, called Harvoni. This drug was like $50,000 a month.
Damn, a month?
A month. And he'd get it from the VA. He'd have to go pick it up. Well, here's what's crazy. When he did the round of it, the hepatitis A did go away. Then he was immunized for B and C, and they also went away. So he no longer had hepatitis, which affects your liver. Mm-hmm. But we believe he had dormant cancer cells, and for some reason his body was just fighting all the other shit.
And they popped up when they had the chance.
I called the manufacturer because it was a new pill, and I asked the woman if that's possible, and she said it is. That he might have had dormant cancer cells somewhere.
We didn't give you the cancer,
right? So he had cancer. He had liver cancer. Excuse me. That went to his gallbladder and then his lungs super fast, super fast. And I remember it's kind of tacky, but my dad, he was one of those don't ever give up, don't ever quit, don't walk away. And I remember crying at him, calling him a pussy. So I'm like, how can you fucking do this? Like, you're my best friend. And he was like, but you have your own life, He lived in Magnolia. I lived in the city. He was my best friend. And I remember crying at him, and I was like, "You're a fucking pussy." And he cried and said, he said, "I don't know what to live for." And I was actually
Because he
living.
lost his love.
He lost his love, and I was staying with now obviously my ex-wife, but we were way down off like 45 and past Hobby, and my dad was in Centerville, and my brother was there, and he called me, and he said Dad's dying, and the hospice people told us that if it looks like he's dying, give him all of his morphine. And I've never heard somebody say that, but they're basically like, he's going, help, like,
help it be easy.
Yep.
Help it be fucking easy.
So I could, if I would have gotten in the car and hauled ass there, I would have missed him by a couple minutes. So we didn't go. But my brother gave the phone to my dad, and I'll never forget the way it sounded when he moaned from pain. And I remember yelling at my brother, "Give him all the morphine." And my brother kept saying, "He can't swallow. He can't swallow." And all I was thinking is, man, if I was
Shoot
there
him
with a
up.
needle, if I was there with a needle, but the sound he made, and I kept telling him it was okay that he could go now. You know, sometimes I feel like people wait. And
They try. People try. People try to fight him, man.
It's true. And what's weird is I was with my mom when she died, and my brother didn't have to see that because he was in Australia. And my brother was with my dad when he died because I wasn't, in that same house. I was in Houston. So it's weird. It like saved both of us because my brother's a mama's boy and I'm a daddy's girl. So yeah, my brother still gets upset that we removed the machines from my mom before he could get there. But we did it to save him because her body was looking worse and worse and worse.
The body was.
She was dead.
Yeah. The body itself.
She was dead. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's some rough stuff. I mean, life is hard, dude.
It is hard.
It's super hard. And what's worse is that we make it harder on ourselves.
How have you chosen to process the grief? I'm glad you haven't relapsed or anything like that.
No,
but...
no. I haven't.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you haven't.
Yeah, no. Well, so when my dad was dying, he said, "I feel okay knowing you're going to be okay." And that stuck with me. He knew I had a career. He knew I wasn't going to do drugs. So I had to, like, yeah, that's true. I
Keep
can't.
going.
Yeah, but the grief still comes back. My mom's been dead, what, 8 years? My dad, 9? Or my mom, 9. Yeah. And it's
You're living with loss.
all the time. And the two most important people, my parents. They were married 30 some odd years.
That's a lovely marriage.
Yeah, they loved each other a lot. So I always say I grew up with a really good representation of love and how to love. That's why I feel like a failure with my marriage, but it wasn't a love thing. It was we shouldn't be together. Excuse me. She was very you're not with me, you're against me, and we voted the same, but she became very militant with her beliefs, and I couldn't take it. And I couldn't handle the aggression and frustration and fear about Trump and all of this because I'm just gonna live my life.
Yeah.
And vote when I can, but she was
She was heavy into it.
Yep, survivalist stuff. I spent like $2,000 on shit that she wanted, like
bug out kits and shit.
Yep,
like she thought the world was gonna end. So you're telling me she turned into a
yeah, pretty much. And I wasn't.
She was paranoid you.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
And you know what she said to me right when this all started? There were things saying that Trump was going to deport non-citizens. So I have dual citizenship. So I was born in Australia, but my dad, it's called birth of American citizen.
Yeah, you were born here, so
I was born in Australia, but my dad registered me here, so I have dual citizenship.
Nice.
So I could move to any country that's a member of the Commonwealth, I can move to. If you knew how many countries are a member of the Commonwealth,
you'll always have somewhere to go.
Oh my God! If you knew some of them, you'd be like, "No shit!" And they're under basically British rule. They care about the king. I remember what my point was on that. I'm telling you everything.
No, you're good.
I'm just telling you everything. It did turn into therapy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't talk about all this all the time. It's too heavy.
I respect it. I respect you opening up for me.
It helps. Like I said, the therapy of it, the pain and it really helps. You're gonna be putting a lot of tattoos on me. I'm gonna run out of stories. No, I always got good stories.
Then we don't have to talk. We can just do our.
We can do. Look, I'll listen to music, whatever. I got another funny story for you. You'll like it. So, I have guns, not a lot. My dad gave them to me.
You shoot guns?
I mean, yeah.
What kind of guns you got? Before you start, I got a couple guns. Let's see what you got.
No, so I've got a little 22, a little Walther.
Okay.
I've got a 357. I got a 9.
For sure.
Yeah, I got just handguns. I keep the 22 in my car.
Okay. Something light.
Something light.
Something
get it
light.
out quick.
Get you right. Yeah. Get you right.
Get it out quick. Yep. So yeah. I don't even know why I was telling you I had fucking guns. There's a reason for it.
Why you got guns? You said your dad gave them to you.
Yeah. Oh, this fucking story is so stupid. All right, here it is. So, my dad gave me a gun safe, just a little. You could pick it up and move it, right? And for some stupid ass reason, I decided I had like a sex toy, and I put it in there.
Yeah.
Please tell me why this motherfucking thing wouldn't open.
Damn.
I swear to God, I was like,
if I
had to go to my dad and say, "Can you open this gun safe, but don't look inside it"? Because there's a gun and a dildo.
The worst.
Because it's a gun. Yeah.
It's a gun and a dildo.
Yeah.
Stay strapped. Strapped
exactly.
Both ways.
Exactly.
You're two strapped.
I managed to get it open because I was like, that's just I can't.
I can't embarrass myself.
But
I just have to crack it open.
Look, when I worked at Cindy's, I don't know why, but they bought a loofah.
Mm-hmm.
They have those little bullets, the little vibrators in them.
Yeah.
And I would use the loofah, but not the bullet. And I hung it up in my shower, and it turned on. And I kept hearing something banging, so I called my dad. I'm like, hey, can you come here and see what this is? And he's like, yeah, it's this loofah. What the fuck's in that thing? Like,
what the fuck's in that?
Yeah, what's going on? Like, why is this loofah buzzing and like bouncing in your shower? Like, yeah. He was cool. He thought it was hilarious.
That's a funny product. That's a crazy product. I wonder if people actually use it.
There's probably not.
For sure. It's for sure.
Like there's something called, I think it's a poke and smoke, and one side is like a glass dildo and the other side is like a bowl. Like, how's that supposed to work?
I would never hit that.
How's that supposed to work?
I would never put that in my
mouth. Or like, what are you doing? I didn't buy that. I didn't approve that. I didn't approve that because we didn't sell any smoke shop related stuff. It was just,
it's just novelty at that point. That's a novelty. You're not really using it. I mean, if you are using that hoe, god damn.
Yeah, it was weird as shit to me. And it was like the toy, like the glass part, and then the bowl, and then you would hit it up. How the fuck? What are you gonna do with that?
You put it in.
Are you like putting it in, like,
and then heat up and shit?
That's fucked up. That was so stupid.
It's funny.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun working there. It was interesting.
I worked at Cindy's before.
Yeah.
When I first started my tattoo apprenticeship, I needed a part-time job.
Yeah.
I was just just a regular store worker.
Yeah.
Bro, one time I was working there, there's like this goddamn like dildo. It was as big as my fucking arm.
But yeah.
I have a picture of me with it because I'm like, I'm not even a picture, but like I'm acting like I'm a waiter. And I'm like,
serving this.
Yeah, I'm like, your dinner's ready, and it's like dick, like
that's great.
It was fucking huge. It was back when I first started.
Was it the toy itself actually black in color? Like, was it black?
It was like my skin tone, bro.
Really? So you know why?
It was one of those like, and I don't know why. It was like one of those flesh tones.
A lot of the time, if they're black, it's because it's anal.
But for the dudes
or for the women.
Oh god damn!
But if you don't want, it's not a clean process. So that's why they make those toys black, like solid black.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know what I mean? So you can't. Yeah.
It wasn't solid black though. It was weird. It was like me, like caramel, like.
That's weird.
Nah. Somebody got that motherfucker and do not think it's weird.
Look, that's true. I sold a lot of things.
They had a bunch of different things there.
Yeah.
But I didn't work there too long. They didn't work with my hours. But it was fun though, seeing everything that they had. I did inventory and stuff.
Yeah, and I like looking at people and knowing you have no fucking idea what they do and what they're into. You have no idea.
Some weirdos that come in.
Yes, they are.
But not even weirdos and like.
No, some
sex
weirdos.
Is not. Yeah,
some weirdos come in asking some wild shit.
Sex we had is not something to be shameful about. But
yeah, there was a guy that would call us every couple days and want to talk about the panties that we had. And
bro, just come look, nigga. I'm not gonna explain.
No, that's how we got off, calling sex shops and just talking to them about stuff.
No, I'm okay, bro.
Yeah, my favorite part was we got to pick the rentals.
What do you mean?
So there was a DVD section. And the employees got to pick the rentals. So that's please believe. If I was the one picking, there'd be like a midget porn.
Oh man,
there'd be like a senior citizen porn.
And just kinky shit.
Yeah, and then there was like Pirates, which is like it's basically like Pirates. It's like a real movie, but people have sex in it. So I'd pick the craziest ones.
You're just having fun with that shit.
Fuck yeah, it was just fun, and talking about that shit day in and day out.
Kind of became a norm.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. A lot of people would say, "How could you do that?" And like, because you don't look at that person and think about what they're gonna do with that
You
toy.
just explain the toy and have fun with how it can be used, but not how they're gonna.
How they're
use
gonna. Yeah, the closest I would get is if women didn't know what they wanted, I would say, "Are you internal or external?" That's the first thing I need to know. If you know
Are
that,
you having fun this way or that way?
That, yep, or both. You know, yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Look,
I feel like it would be the dudes that are weird. Girls are looking for information.
So I had a guy come in and ask me if we have penis plugs.
Penis plugs?
Plugs.
Like to go in the the hole?
Yeah.
Of the
because he had a Prince Albert, right? Okay. So it was like a barbell, and he could unscrew the ball and pee out of it.
It's gross.
This is now urine sterile, but it's still disgusting. Yeah. Right. I had a guy come in one day and he says, "Hey, do you have those shockers?"
What are the shockers?
He said, it's a device that shocks. What it is, it's a piece of wood with plexiglass on top where guys stick their balls in it and clamp them down. Hey, yo. And then zap it. And I'm like, yo, dude, we do not sell that. Fucking most. We do not sell that here, dude. I don't know where you can get it. Make it yourself.
You can probably find that shit online, my guy. I don't know. That's like custom.
There's a company called Steelworks
that'll make it.
Yep.
They're probably like heavy into like BDSM.
Oh, toys. Crazy shit.
Shout out to them for being niche, though.
Look, I agree. I agree.
Just a specific type of guy looking for a specific type of thing.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, so a best friend of mine, she's a mom of two. We know a lot about each other, but you'd look at her and not think
she's a freaky.
Wait, like, look, I'm a freaky. Like, I got this girl. Oh my! If you saw her, you'd be like, shut up. But some of the things she's done, I've never even heard of.
What do you mean? Let me hear.
So, that's so weird. I'm telling y'all everything. So, she was dating this guy, and she once went up to Canada, and there's like a mansion that this woman owns, and it's just like a big sex party. Nice. I'm like, oh my god, you're like crazy. A giant orgy vibe. You want to watch whatever you want to do. So Haley, my best friend, was with this guy. This is wild. So I've been like spanked and cut and whatever with sex.
Cut is crazy.
It's the balance of pleasure and pain, right?
I guess, yeah, I feel that.
My fucking friend, he used surgical staples to staple her lips together.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Your friend?
Yes.
So her mans did that to her?
Yes, and she showed me a picture.
And then what?
You took them out? Yeah. But you see, like, here's her pussy and like staples.
Oh, her lips.
But her lips.
Oh, damn. Hit her with the fucking
surgical staple. Yes. So he basically stapled her lips together. You know, not like forever.
Yeah. But still.
Yeah.
Right in the air.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard a lot of shit. Never heard of that.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Never heard of that. And when she showed me, I was like, okay, it doesn't look bad. Don't look bad. I mean, he did it well. Like, it was straight or whatever. I don't know.
He's fucking a pro at it and shit.
Yeah, but if you saw her, you'd be like, you lie.
You're not doing that kinky ass shit. Oh, but yeah, she is. It'd be the people you don't know.
That's it.
Not you don't know, but you don't expect.
Yep.
I respect that though, because you know what, you keep that freak on the low.
That's it.
You keep that freak down.
That's it. She's two sides of the coin.
You can't be a freak all the time.
All the time. She's a mom of what, a 19 and a 16-year-old now. We went to high school together.
Damn.
And yeah, she's going to sex parties and.
Hey, I don't judge them.
Me neither. Look, you like it, I love it. Just don't hurt anybody.
That part. Have fun with it. Yep. Be safe.
You like it, I love it.
Have fun and be safe, man.
That's it.
All right, I'm done with this Texas tattoo. I'm gonna take a picture of it before you get up.
I won't leave. I'm just gonna glance at it.
All right.
Look, telling stories makes that shit fly.
I know.
Perfect.
That's the perfect point, ain't it?
I love it.
Let me go ahead and take a picture. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
It looks great.
Love it.
Thank you for sharing with me. Is there anything else you would like to say before I cut camera?
It's been a good experience. Not just the therapy. What's amazing is your touch. It's so light. It's actually pleasant.
I try not to be heavy-handed.
Yeah, well, because the tattoo, if you do it right, you shouldn't have to jam it in there. So
things gonna go if you let it.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you complimenting my touch.
Yeah.
As well as having a great session. Yeah. I hope you feel comfortable enough to come back in.
You know I will.
For sure.
You're going to bang out my little scissors, right?
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now.
I know it won't take long. Of course I'm going to be back here. I'm just, like I said, I won't talk so much every time. You started it.
You're good. I didn't start nothing. I just set up the camera and made you comfortable, man.
Look, I want to know if people have stories like that.
I know people go through a lot of things. So I'm glad you're able to get some of the things you go through off your chest.
Hell yeah. Can I go
Let me grab that pic.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Let me grab that pic. Welcome to Texas, even though you've been here.
This is a stupid state, but it's my state.
All right, so we're back after our session. How do you feel?
The therapy works. I
For
feel
sure.
fantastic. The light hand, the solid lines, great line work. I feel really, really happy.
Okay, and how do you feel right now after talking about any issues that you've discussed?
I feel pretty cathartic. Again, it's very personal stuff, but we're all people in the end. So I feel privileged that you guys even wanted to hear what I had to say.
It's an honor to hear you.
Thank you
We
very much.
appreciate your time just as well.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you'd like to rephrase or clarify?
No, I mean, I think I've been pretty to the point on most of it. And I appreciate you giving me that opportunity to maybe rephrase stuff. But no, I'm good.
And what would be one thing you'd like your listeners to take away from your story?
That I'm just like them. That we're all made of the same stuff, and you're unique, but you're not at the same time. There's somebody just like you who's doing it better than you. We're all made of the same stuff.
For sure. And how do you plan to take care of yourself after today, after opening up and being, human?
Sure. Now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna analyze some of the stuff I shared with you guys. I mean, for me, it's very sort of solitary. That's how I work through it. I'm gonna look at my tattoos and just kind of work through the stuff that I've said because some of it we buried. And today, a little bit of stuff came up that I hadn't said.
Well, if you feel emotional later, or if you want to talk about anything else without the camera, you can definitely hit me up. I feel like you know that already, though.
I do.
But yeah, I'm here for you if you do need me.
Yeah.
Also, is there anything you do not want included in the final episode?
No, I'm good with whatever. I have full faith and trust.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And do you feel like there was anything too heavy to share? Like,
No, again, I think that partially because of who I am, but the comfort that you provide and the ear that you have. Because one of the hardest things to do sometimes is listen, because we want to talk about our stuff.
For sure. I would like to say, when it came to talking about myself, I did it to lighten the mood. Of course, I didn't want you to feel like you were the only one giving. I wanted to give as well.
Thank
I
you.
hope that helped you through your process of talking with me at Ink Intuition.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it was good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cassie, for your time and for your effort and for allowing us to pick your brain and just be in a flow state during this tattoo session. We appreciate your open and rawness and your energy as well as your emotions. We thank you for your time as well as it was an honor to tattoo you again for the second time. We're going to go ahead and let our people know that are watching this video. If you would like to be a part of this Ink Intuition session, go ahead and DM us on Instagram at ink.intuitionTx and go ahead and ask us for the questionnaire, and we can go ahead and send it to you and see if you're available or ready to go ahead and get tattooed. I am giving tattoos out of my flash book, or if you have a custom design you would like to get, that is no issue. We can go ahead and draw that up and give you a decent price just to get your time. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Again, hit us up at ink.intuitionTx on Instagram. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and like this video and share it with anyone you know. Thank you.